paper crafters, in this little video I'm going to be showing you how I create my little floral clusters. Now you can do them as little or as ornate as you like. The technique that I use is exactly the same. So what we need is some cheesecloth, which you get from most good kitchen shops, really cheap and cheerful, and you just want to cut off a single layer of cheesecloth, and I'm just going to lay that down in the center kind of where my cluster wants to go, and then I'm going to take some adhesive and pop that on the back of my flower, and I'm going to sit my little flower down. So this is an image that I had left over from this month's paper crafters kit that I've just created this little simple card to show you how I do these clusters. Now at this stage what I'll do is I usually take tweezers and I just poke the cheesecloth into position. I might pull and fray some out just to give it that wispy look, depending on what you want to go for. And then once you're happy with that, you can get on to the next stage. So that's looking quite nice and wispy. So the next stage is you just need to then poke in other bits. So I've got some leaves here that I've decided to use. And what I do is I just, at the bottom, I put on a little bit of adhesive. When it decides to come down, come on. There we go. Let's put the lid on. So when I'm storing my adhesive, it's a good idea to store it upside down so it's ready to go. And I've got a little ball container here that I can do that. Just need to remember to put it back in there. So the glue is on, and I'm just going to poke some little bits and pieces into position. So a bit more adhesive on the back of this little flower. And let's pop this one just down here. And I've got a pin. I love to use pins, and in here I've got a little selection of beads, so I'm just going to choose a couple to load up onto my pin. We've got blues, we've got bits of pinks and burgundy. Actually these burgundies would be beautiful, so I'll start off with a nice clear, load up with a couple of burgundies, but of course you can use whatever you want. Pearls look beautiful too. Can you see how lovely that little pin looks with that little tiny hint of pink coming through, which will pick up the beautiful pinks on this card. So that's good. So now what I've got is a little bit of ribbon that I think goes nicely with this card as well. And I'm just going to fold that ribbon in half and concertina fold my pin, starting about halfway down, into this ribbon like that. Now I've got a little fold here I just need to get rid of. Yep. So now we've got this. I'm going to fray the edges of this a bit because that's okay. I think I like that frayed look for this card. Okay, edges frayed nicely, beautiful. So this is a seam binding ribbon which does fray beautifully. Can you see there how nice and frayed that is? I'll get rid of that extra bit in a second. There you go. So once I've done that, I'm then going to put a bit of adhesive on the bottom of this pin. Oh, see, I didn't put it back upside down again. I hate that when I don't do that, because then I've got to sit here for a second and squeeze. So the glue, oh, it's not meant to go there. Quickly wipe that off. It's just on the bottom of my pin. And I'm going to take that pin now, and I'm going to feed that through, and that now just becomes another beautiful little element in this floral cluster.